Russell, it's great to be back in person in the bar house. No plexiglass, no Zoom, no masks. Really enjoyed working with you this year. It's great to be back in person.
Indeed, Dave. It was a pleasure working with you. I think it was a great year. It's good to be here with you personally and not looking at your shining face in the corner of my computer screen in a Zoom box.
What are your thoughts on the year, Russell?
It was my privilege to serve as your 10th Judicial District Bar President. The year unfolded differently than I'd hoped it would. There were some starts and stops. We, in the spring and summertime, took our masks off and came together for some in-person meetings. And then there was another COVID variant and we had to put the masks back on and go back to Zoom meetings. But I was impressed, as I was last year, with the creativity and the flexibility of the lawyers of the 10th, particularly the lawyers that serve on our various committees, in the way that they responded to the COVID variant, and how the business of the bar just kept right on going. I was so proud of the efforts of the bar this year. I am proud that we were able to continue emphasizing diversity, equity, and inclusion. I was so proud of the money that we raised in another pandemic year for the Bar Awards. Congratulations to everybody for your generosity in raising money for legal aid. I was pleased that we were able to have 2 virtual swearing-in ceremonies that went off without a hitch, and we got dozens of new lawyers sworn into our bar. I was impressed by the creativity of our Memorials Committee, who pivoted and created the first ever virtual Memorials Committee meeting. My hat's off to that committee for keeping up that excellent work. I want to thank you, the members of the bar, for giving me this opportunity. I want to thank the partners at my law firm, Tharrington Smith, for allowing me to do this. I want to thank Whitney Von Holm and her wonderful staff at the Bar Center. These ladies have become my friends, and all the wonderful things you hear people say about them are true. It turns out they are magnificent. I want to thank my colleague Dave Holm, the Wake County Bar Association president. Dave, you're a wonderful friend. You're a great advocate for both of our bars, and I would say you had the laboring oar this year, and you made me look good, and that can take a lot sometimes, and I appreciate you very much. I, again, am amazed and humbled by all you attorneys who make up our 10th Judicial District, and I thank you once again for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you.
Thanks, Russell. I'd also like to thank you. I've really enjoyed working with you and getting to know you better this year. We've definitely become good friends, and I just really appreciate how we could get on the phone and talk things through and get on the same page within 5 or 10 minutes every time. I would also like to thank our staff. They have done a great job in our committees. I really want to thank our board of directors and all of our officers. They've worked really hard this year. Every board meeting, we talked about the right decisions to make in light of COVID, what to have in person, what to have in Zoom. And they weren't easy discussions, and they didn't always result in a consensus, but I think the board really thoughtfully worked hard to do what was best for the organization, I think. And I want to thank our members for understanding. We had very little criticism or complaints, and I don't interpret that as meaning everyone agreed with every decision we make, but I interpret that as people were professional and understood that we were making the best decisions that we could for the organization. Now, I do think we had a very successful year. I'm going to highlight some of the areas. CLE, our CLE committee, over 50 hours of free CLE for our members on Zoom. I mean, that is a great benefit. As Russell mentioned, over $80,000 raised for legal aid with the Bar Awards. You know, much needed funds there. We were able to get together for some great in-person events, the Mordecai Picnic in May, the Holly Springs Salamanders game, also the sponsors party for the Bar Awards and the holiday party. So I feel really good that we were able to have those events and to continue to have our lunches virtually with the lunch pickup. I thought was very successful via Zoom, our committee meetings, and other events during Zoom. I think we did the best we could to find the right mix between in-person and Zoom meetings. So thanks again, everybody. It's been a great year, and really appreciate it. Thank you for the honor of letting me serve as Bar Association President. Also want to thank my firm, Parker Bryan Family Law, and my family for understanding and accommodating with the time investment, and wish everyone happy holidays.
Man, these chairs are so comfortable. Maybe they'll let us just sort of hang out here for a while instead of going back to the office. What do you think?
I don't know, it is December. Our terms are ending. Oh, let's go get that.
Oh my goodness.
Hey,
Hello,
good. Hey,
Good to see
guys.
you, ladies.
Hey.
How's it going?
Good. Well, Dave and Russ, I would like to say thank you so much. Express my gratitude to both of you for all of your fine service to this organization. Both of you are true professionals. You're excellent public servants. And I've seen firsthand how many hours you've logged in, volunteer hours, I should say. And it is just a pleasure to have worked alongside you. We think the world of you. And just remember that you are on my speed dial, so be expecting some calls from me. But Dave, I consider you a great colleague, a great friend. Thank you so much for all of your service, and I look forward to continuing a partnership with you as we help this bar along. It is my honor to present this to you. Thank you.
Great, thank you, Yvonne. I've really enjoyed working with you this year, and we definitely have become good friends and colleagues, and I'll look forward to helping you in any capacity you need me next year. I know that you and Dave will do a great job next year. I've known Dave for a long time. I think you two will have the kind of partnership that Russell and I have had, and it's great to have a partner like that in an endeavor like this. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, I will repeat some of what Yvonne said because I think it's significant and important in this case. You guys are phenomenal leaders, and we as a bar really owe you all a lot for the work that you've done during this very unique and historic time for our organization. Mr. Russell, we've known each other for a while, and I so appreciate your friendship. And like Yvonne said, I really hope that you allow me to reach out to you every now and then if I need your help.
Of course, of course.
Awesome. Well, sir, I'd like to present this to you on behalf
Thank
of
you
the
so much,
Judicial
Dave.
Bar. Thank you again for your
Thank you.
service.
And
my friend.
next year, if things get difficult and things get tense, I want you to think to yourself, if Russell Babb could do this,
Anybody
I
can do
can
it.
do
yeah. Thank you so much, gentlemen. We really
Thank you,
appreciate
Dad. Absolutely.
all that you all have done.
Very kind.
Thank
You
you.
guys can
Thank you. Both of you can go now.
You
Thank
can go
you.
now. You can keep that. But
Oh, I can keep it?
thanks.
Okay.
You can have the house. We get the plaque.
Woohoo! He's taking over.
Yes, man. Glad they're gone.
But seriously, Yvonne, I tell you, what an absolute honor it is for us to serve in these particular roles. I don't know about you, but I am extremely excited and humbled to be able to serve the Wake County and Tip Judicial Bars.
Yes, absolutely. And I believe this may be the first time that it's two female presidents. And it's a historic honor, and I'm very, very humbled by that.
I know. And beyond just the first two females, I tell you, we're breaking some ground for real here. You as the first Latino attorney to head up the Wake County Bar Association, and I as the first African American female to head up the 10th Judicial Bar. Here's to that. My goodness, talk about historic. But you know, this ain't about us and who we are. I think it's more about our members, right? And our colleagues, our friends who have given us this opportunity. It is my absolute honor today to share with you just briefly some thoughts that I have as I take the helm of the 10th Judicial Bar. And I hope that as I just briefly chat with you all, that you all think about some ways in which you can continue to add your time, your talent, and your energy in service to the Wake County citizens and the citizens of this state. We're in some historic times. The last 2 years in particular have been historic. The way we live our lives, the way we practice law have changed dramatically. And some would even say never to be the same again. To that end, I would be remiss if I did not once again thank our current WCBA and 10th Judicial Bar Presidents Dave Holm and Russell Babb for the yeoman's work that they have done this year in helping us navigate these very unique times. Dave and Russell, you are outstanding leaders, and you have led us with foresight, empathy, and care. And we all should be so proud. I know I am. So thank you again. Speaking of historic times, right? I am not at all lost about the moment right now as I sit here before you all today. I and my dear friend Yvonne will be taking on positions that are first in our bars. Yvonne as the first Latino to head the WCBA, and I as the first African-American female. She and I are absolutely honored and humbled that you all have given us this opportunity to serve you. I personally count it as a privilege to serve you all as our members and the citizens of Wake County. I would encourage us all to take advantage of our privilege. And what do I mean by that? It's a privilege to practice law. Take advantage of it. That's right, I said it. Acknowledge your privilege and use it to the continued benefit of others. That's what I plan to do next year, and I look forward to it. I hope you all will join me in those efforts. I promise to work hard for you all and with my dear friend Yvonne to ensure that the 10th Judicial Bar continues to be at the forefront of legal services in our state. I hope you join me. Thank you again.
Well, Dave, thank you so much. These are just great comments, great remarks. Here we are at the cusp of a new year. And although we are in the midst of a pandemic, we are so fortunate to be part of an organization that continues not just to thrive, but to excel. I am so honored to have been elected president of this bar. In its 90-plus year history, I will serve as the first Latinx president, and it is truly humbling and an honor that is not lost on me. It is a great responsibility, a great opportunity, and one that I take very seriously. When I first moved to North Carolina as a new attorney, I quickly found my footing here in the legal profession due to the Wake County Bar. I participated in many activities and many committees, and I found my home. As president, my goal is to continue this tradition, to have an organization where attorneys of all backgrounds, all walks of life, all practice areas feel that they have a home, that they have a voice, and that they are valued, and that they can share in the vitality and the trajectory of this bar. I look forward to participating with our local communities, particularly the Latinx community and communities of color that traditionally have had some difficulty accessing pathways to equal justice here in North Carolina. I look forward to working with our fabulous committees to putting on great content for our public so that they're educated as to how to work through the legal system, how to properly represent themselves. I am, again, very honored for this position, for this bar, and the opportunity to serve as president. I'm also very grateful for my friendship with Dave Matthews, a dear friend, widely respected and effective leader. And I'm glad that we answered the call to service at the same time. We're just so lucky, Dane. We've had great mentors. I'm truly grateful to all of them. I don't know how many times we were asked to serve, and we kindly deflected for so many years.
We did.
But I am so happy that we took this call to service, and that we did it at the same time, and that we are breaking some ground together. So thank you again, my dear friend.
And
I look forward to a fabulous year next year. Thank you.